marketing you can do for your business online. People are spending less time reading, so you need to create content in video. So yes, there are other forms of content creation online that can excel your business. Yes, there's copywriting, there's graphic design, there is photography. Yes, those are forms, those are different types of content that can promote your business online. But the best among all those is videos. You need to create videos for your business. You have to create videos that are professionally done, not just videos that are done by phone. I know that yes, a lot of business people, particularly small business people, kind of like use their phones to just shoot videos and post them on Instagram, post them on Facebook. Yes, that can get you somewhere, but the kind of videos that would make your business known, not just within your locality, but internationally, are videos that are planned and shot with a camera by a professional. Those are the kind of videos that people from different parts of the world can see and be like, yes, they want to identify with your business. Now, what kind of video should you be creating? So first of all, you can create entertaining videos. Look, entertainment is taking over the world. So any information you want to pass, it has to be kind of wrapped up in entertainment, and that is kind of what will catch people's attention when they are on social media, maybe on TikTok, maybe on YouTube, maybe on Facebook. Videos are one of the things that make people stop scrolling to try to check what that video is all about. Second kind of video you can create is educative videos. So these kind of videos are videos that kind of like educate your audience about your product or your services, maybe how to use it, what the product is all about, where, to get it from. Those are like educative videos. Just try to teach people about stuff that are maybe might not necessarily be your product or your services, but are related to your product or services. You can also create informative videos. So just generally giving the public information about what you do. It can be personal presentation videos where you just talk to the camera. It could be product review video, service review video, where you just give people general information about what you are doing, the kind of business you do, the kind of services you render. But definitely when a lot of people are posting graphic designs, a lot of people keep posting cool pictures of products, which is good. Right? If you're doing good product photography for your business, it's fine. But video is what is capable of moving the needle when it comes to making sales on the internet as far as this era is concerned, because all social media platforms are currently pushing more video content to the audience than pictures, than graphics, right? So create videos, because videos is one of the things that can make someone stop. A lot of people, you need to see how people scroll social media. People scroll social media with speed, but a video can make someone stop and then just look at their phone and say, oh, this could make sense for me. And from there, a sale could happen. So, that's my tip for today. And my name is Emmanuel Atta, and that's all for today on Tech Talk on Today with John and Ellen. See you same time next week. Thank you.
And welcome to another fitness section with us at Alpha Fitness Studios. My name is Dolly Phillips and this is Elvis Echo, and we're going to be taking you through a HIIT workout today. So today we're going to work for 20 seconds and rest for 10 seconds. I have my timer here with us. So before we start, let's start with a quick warm-up. Everybody hands up, deep breath in. Shoulder rolls back, hands on the shoulders, rotate. 1. Opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach over. 1. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's roll downwards. Release those hamstrings. 2. Very good. Nice and slow. 3. Good job. 4 and 5. Knees up. Let's go. Touch those knees. Wake those abs up. 1 and 2 and. Very good. 3 and 4 and 5. Hip circles. We're rotating. 5 to the left. Let's go. 5. Reverse direction. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, shake it out. Are you ready for this workout, Elvis? We're ready. Okay, so I have my timer here. We're going to start the timer. The very first workout is your flutter kicks. So once you hear the whistle, we start. Once you hear the next whistle, you stop to rest. Are you ready? Let's go. If you can't kick this out like this, just kick out like this for me. Yes? We have levels. Come on, let's go. 2 and 1 and rest it. Okay, the next workout, high knees. So we're going to jog on the spot with our knees coming up high. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you can't, this is enough for me. Just make sure you continue moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it. That was good, huh? Next one, squat, leg over. Take those legs as high as possible. Are you ready? Let's go. And 1. Wow! Did you feel that one? Now we're going down to the floor. Hands down. Send your legs back. Let's go, Elvis. Mountain climbers. Let's go. Push it. If you can't do this, you can just stay in plank or stay in all fours and pick up your knees. And rest it. We're still on the floor. We're going to do a plank on the elbows. Okay, Elvis and I are going to turn to the side so you can see what we're doing. Elbows down and out. Don't collapse your back. No. Lift it up. Tuck in your pelvis and breathe. We have 10 seconds left. Woo! You can feel this one, huh? Make sure your elbows are directly under your shoulders and keep your face looking forward. Don't look down, look forward. Helps to straighten out your back. How are we doing? We have 3 seconds left. 2 and 1. Good job. Stretch it out. And now we're going to go into a sprint. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sprint. Come on, go, 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 go. Faster. 2, 1, and relax. Impossible. Anyway, so let's stretch it out now. We've come to the end of this one. And out. Good job. In and out. In and out. One more and out. Shoulder rolls back. Shoulder rolls. Good. 3 more. 2 and 1. Rotate forward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's stretch those quads. Hold on to something if you need to. If you don't need to, find your balance. Stretch those quads. Quads are these muscles here in the front of your thighs. Very good. You need to work these muscles. As we get older, they're the first set of muscles to give way. So always make sure you work your muscle, your quads. All right? Good job. And down. Let's stretch our back. Slide down those thighs. All the way down. Fingertips on the floor. Straight legs. Stretch out your lower lumbar region. Very good. Oh, this feels so good. It stretches the back of the legs as well, the hamstrings. Bend your knees and slowly roll up. Ah, yes. Deep breath in. Open those legs all the way down and up. All the way down one more time. And out. One more. And out. Awesome. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Thanks for joining us today. We hope to see you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Last Saturday, we kicked off our Getting Your Finances Right series with budgeting, i.e., income versus expenditure. Today, we're looking at couples' joint accounts because, in my opinion, everything starts from the nuclear family. Man and woman are the starting points of everything. So surely having a joint account shouldn't be a problem, or should it? What I want to know is, does having a joint account with your spouse or partner make sense? Let's have our guest, Omi Oshikoya, answer this for us. Some of you may remember Omi from last Saturday when she simplified personal budgeting for us. She's the financial expert who wears many finance-centered hats. Today, she's wearing the hat of a woman who has been married for 15 years and experienced firsthand how personal fears of financial insecurity can ruin a marriage. She's also the best-selling author of The Richer Woman, where she tells her story of marital challenges in its early years. The Richer Woman community for women who are on the journey to wealth is a product of her book. Omi and her husband, John Oshikoya, mentor young people and couples through their Basis for Marriage seminars. Welcome again, Omi.
Yay.
It's lovely to have you back again. So, first things first.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's. I'm wearing red. Is there anything wrong with having a joint bank account?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think it's the motive. Why are you having it? Is it because it just sounds right, or is it actually effective for you? Is it something that everybody should have in their marriage, or is it something that is unique to a particular couple? So I think it's more than just, oh, you should have a joint account because you want to be married. You actually may not even have a joint account, but you're actually more united, are more transparent than people that actually have joint accounts but then do other things at the end. And sometimes having a joint account could actually even cause problems in the marriage. As for some that don't have joint accounts, they may actually be better off. So it's relative, it's not subjective.
Okay, so before you explain what you mean by it's relative, is it something that applies to couples who are not married, or is it just for Mr. and Mrs. X?
If you're not married, I think with marriage kind of, I don't know how to put it, but there's some kind of security. So if you're not married and then you have a joint account, if you break up, you can break up with someone today, but if you're married to someone, you can break up with them, but there's still a bit of a process, right? So when you are not married and you have a joint account, I think you may be putting yourself more at risk if you do break up and then you're now trying to sort out all sorts of financial things. So I actually would not recommend it because of just the process of the fact that there's no security in the relationship.
What if the couple says, oh, we're engaged to be married?
Okay, fair enough. Same thing, you're still engaged, people still break up before, some people break up the day before. So I would say when you're married, I mean, it's good to have those kind of conversations and say, okay, this is what we desire to do when we get married. If you're engaged and you're 100% sure, I don't know if anybody's really 100% sure, then you can consider. But I think it's about why do you want to have a joint account in the first place? Let's talk, because you can still achieve the same goal without actually having it.
Right.
And you can have a joint account for a specific purpose, but still maintain your separate account.
Exactly. So the question initially was, does it make sense? And I would like you to break that down. You've touched on it, but I'd like you to please break it down.
Okay. So I would use myself as an example. Or maybe not even use myself as, let's even be abstract and generic for now. So a couple say, or rather, you're married, you should have a joint account because you're one. But there are many things to consider. Personality. What's your money personality? What if you're a spender, right? And someone is more frugal? You're going to clash.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like you're a spender in one aspect and someone's more frugal, it may just be in terms of your preferences. So a man may prefer to buy gadgets, a woman may prefer to buy fragrance and household furniture, right? So it really depends. So in my situation, and also independence as well.
How so?
So you have a joint account, but there's sometimes you just want to go and have lunch, right? And you really don't want the situation where, especially with the economy, things that, how things are in Nigeria, and then someone's checking and saying, but you just had lunch, that kind of thing. You're not supposed to have spent this, So personally, what I would recommend, or what works for me, is you can decide that you want, what's the purpose, yeah? So you can have a utility joint account. So you live together, right? As a married couple, you live together and you decide that, we're going to have this account for bills, right? So all the household bills, you can even put school fees or whatever in there. And so you both agree to say, okay, if you're sharing responsibilities, so I bring in 50% of the total bills, I bring in 20% or whatever, and then you put it in that account.
Yeah.
So that account is for that purpose.
Yep.
That way, you're at liberty to still do the things you would like to do. Right? So there are times that I am driving and, I just want to indulge. I just want to go to the spa. I just want to, do something different. And I don't have to ask my husband's permission because I'm not, but however, if it was in that utility account, then you're taking for something that is not for the purpose, then you owe it to the person, your partner, you're accountable to say, okay, I would like to do that. For me, I think that kind of works out.
But
right?
doesn't that mean that you are lacking discipline? Because if you've opened a utility account, self-care is not utility.
Exactly. So, but if it wasn't a function of the fact that you already had a separate account, then you will call it a lack of discipline. It may not be a lack of discipline that you want to go to the spa today. It may just be you just want to treat yourself. You've had
But you take it from your own account.
So you take it from your own account. That's what I'm saying. But if you didn't have that separate account and you all just had a joint account for every and anything, then those kind of things, someone will say it's indiscipline. When it's not indiscipline, I just want to.
That's why, for me personally, I don't think joint account makes sense.
I think, again, it just goes for the purpose. So if you're saying you want to have, again, it doesn't have to work. So I know a couple that they were both earning really good money. She was very successful. He's very successful as well. And what they decided to do was he would focus on the, monthly household, and her salary was more for like when they want to go on really nice summer holidays or make some investments. So they understood, they came to an agreement, they were unified, they were joint, so they may not have necessarily had a joint account. Because I feel like this whole joint account thing can actually cause more problems than solutions if you don't understand it. I think the first thing is not saying you want to have a joint account, but being unified, agreeing in your, disseminating your financial habits, your goals. Then you can decide, okay, are we going to have a full-on joint account? Because, for instance, if there's a woman that's not working and your husband is working and you have a joint account, right? So you may feel like it gives you more security. But what if you still have your own account and it gives you an allowance? Or on the flip side, a lot of women are earning more than their husbands now, right? So if, on the same flip side as well, if they had a joint account, I just feel like it can cause unnecessary problems and stress. And life generally already has its own challenges. You don't need that. Do you understand? So I would say come together, determine, why you can have several joint accounts. But I think as an individual, as someone that's an adult, you should have your own. Have your own, something that that, and you can even decide what your own you can come together and say, out of our monthly salary, we're going to have 100,000 naira each for our own thing,
Yeah.
right? So you're still joined, but then I think there's that independence that's needed even in a marriage.
Yeah, that's you've actually touched on my next question,
Thank
which
you.
was, how does this impact the individual and the joint couple? Yeah, in terms of their financial strength, stability, and independence. And that's what you're talking about now.
Because you're one, but at the same time, you're also you're two whole people that come together.
Two whole people with different sets of values, different beliefs, different
beliefs.
upbringing, different outlook on life,
Yes.
different everything.
Yeah, so you're coming together, and the fact that you even, and it's a good thing. So I don't want to make it seem like having a joint account is a bad thing. It's a good thing because it shows, okay, you realize that you're one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that even before you go to the account part of it, you need to just be of the same mindset that you're one.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we may not have the same physical joint account, my money is our money, your money is our money in a relationship.
With a lot of relationships, the man's money is our money,
The
woman's money is
my
her money.
that's what we're told. That's what we're taught. But at the end of the day, right, you should be able to feel that, my money is our money, right? It doesn't matter where the money comes from. It shouldn't really matter because it's our money. And sometimes things are
If you're aligned in the other areas of your relationship.
That's the most important. So are you actually aligned? It's not, the joint account is just like a symptom, or I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but it's not the core thing. The core thing is the relationship. Are you aligned in your beliefs? Are you one, right? So that way you won't even worry if you don't have a joint account, because you know that you can take your husband's ATM card if you want it. Do you understand? You can do whatever so it's about understanding that you are one together, and then deciding, okay, in terms of how we're going to spend, how does it work for me? So find out what works for you. If a joint account works, because somebody may be, excessive, maybe a spender, and may need that control, because the woman or the man may need to, okay, you know what, let me help you, so we can manage our money, almost like having a coach kind of thing, then you can have that joint account, right? But I just feel like people just say, oh, you must have, and if you don't have, you're not doing well in your marriage. No.
But there's some marriages where it's actually sometimes the husband who insists on having a joint account.
Okay.
And I hear sometimes that it's even a cultural thing, that the husband is like, give me your money that you are earning.
Oh.
So in that, so those are things that make me think.
That's not equality there. If it's about, so what about you give me your money? Do you understand? I think so. For someone like my husband and I, so like I said, we don't have a joint account. My husband has been saying it consistently. He's actually been saying that, oh, he wants to open an account or make me. Actually, I think what's even most important is making sure that your spouse is your next of kin. I think that's more important than even having a joint account, because life happens. So let me give you an example. I remember a friend of mine, her dad passed. Her parents are older. And the mom, it was like trying to scramble to quickly get money from the accounts before the banks would know.
No way.
Because once the banks know that the person has died,
they close their account.
yeah, so you have to go through, I think it's probate, before you can get funding. So almost another thing that I heard about
and that wouldn't have happened if they had a joint account.
So that won't have happened, because then she can just go and, you understand, get the cash, whatever. The same thing there was another couple where he was ill. I think he went in a coma. And they needed money to pay for treatments, and he was the sole provider, and he nobody knew. He was hiding some of the accounts. They didn't know where he had the accounts. Some of maybe they didn't have the pins. Do you understand? So who's wise at the end of the day?
Wow.
The person shoots himself in the foot. So that's why I say it's about transparency. So transparency, I know my husband's pins. He knows my pins. Right? I feel like we're one, so I don't even feel the need to monitor him. I know that he's not a spendthrift. I know that he's reasonable. I know that he puts the family first, right? So even if he indulges, I don't even care because I feel like you deserve it. You deserve to. So sometimes I may even just tease him. I like you're just, just teasing. But you're really looking. You've really gone to spend kind of thing. Just teasing, and like you see him like. No, but Omi, I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. You know what I mean? But we understand each other and we realize that we are one first, and it's not determinant on whether we have a joint account or not.
Wow. So more importantly than the joint account, more importantly than joint account first is transparency and understanding that you're one.
Yes.
But you've now even touched on something that's even a completely different topic. Next of kin. So I'm going to double back again because I still don't have clarity. Does it make sense or does it not make sense to have a joint account? In 3 simple.
If it works for your marriage, then do it.
So 1, if it works for your marriage, do it.
Yes. Most importantly, are you one beyond the joint account? And how you should also have a mechanism for how do you solve conflicts that may arise from that joint account.
Conflict resolution.
Yes.
But if you're one, should there be conflict?
There shouldn't, but life happens, right? So the economy now, everything is expensive. People are on edge. People lose income. What if someone loses their job and another person is the one then funding, all the time, and there are issues within the marriage, you're just irritated. How would you solve that? Would you take it personally? Oh, but I'm the one that's bringing the money now. Why are you now, start getting angry at the person? So it's a marital thing. How secure is your marriage? Is the foundation of your marriage secure enough? I feel like that's what's important, so that whatever arises from having the joint account, you will solve it, right? I think I don't know if it's the same thing, but almost the same thing as whether I should get a prenup or not.
Very true, actually. It's a very, very similar comparison. Is your foundation solid?
Is your marriage solid?
Is your marriage solid?
If your marriage is solid, the joint account will work for you. And if it's solid, even if you don't have a joint account, you would survive. You'd work. You will thrive. So
it depends on the solidity. It depends on the
solidity
of your marriage to even determine whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. But you've also talked about the fact that you can have a joint account and you can have personal accounts.
Yes, so you can have a joint account. So that's what I would recommend to my clients. I would say have a joint account that you can call it a purpose account. Have a joint account for a purpose. So education account, or a utility account, investment account, have an account for a purpose. Before even if you're saving, whatever you're doing, you should have a goal in mind. Why are you saving? You're not just saving. Have an emergency account, have something for leisure, whatever it is. But
so essentially just be deliberate about it.
Yes, but I think everybody should just have their own account.
You can have your joint account, but you should also have your own account.
Yes. And
but if you don't have a joint account,
that's an account that you're hiding. Not that you're hiding.
That's
transparent.
Another thing again.
Transparency.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Omi. Again, it's been awesome. It's been amazing. And I've definitely learned a thing or two. And I hope everybody has as well. So thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't wait to have you again and again and again.
I'll be there.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for a few more minutes as we round up the show.
Okay, thank you so much to Dolly Phillips on the Keep Fit segment. That's our coach there, and Emmanuel Atta, who took us round and through the technology, Tech Talk. Thank you both. Okay, John?
Okay, John.
Yeah, okay, John.
Yeah,
Your
it's time
turn.
for our nuggets, our public speaking nugget. And today I have quite an interesting one for you, and I want you to listen carefully. The nugget for today: it's good to choose your topic, but it's better for the topic to choose you.
Wow.
Helen, think about it. Now, most of the time, we give topics to people, guest speakers, and all of them, to speak, right? Sometimes we say to them, oh, please pick a topic. That's not doing any justice to the speaker.
If they have to pick their topics.
Pick any topic.
Any topic, okay.
Pick any topic. Doesn't do justice to it.
Okay.
So we are looking for square pegs and square holes. Okay? If you identify a guest speaker and you know what he is good at or what his forte is, give him a topic that he can speak on. So you let the topic find him. You pick your topic and get a speaker that can do justice to that topic. Don't say to a speaker, pick any topic of your choice. Okay? So it's good for you to pick your topic, but it's better for the topic to pick you.
Okay. But isn't that what we normally do? You have a seminar, for example,
Yes.
and based on the area you're focusing on, you begin to go in search of someone who's got value to
Yes.
give in
Yes.
that area.
Not all of the time.
And that's what you're saying we
And that's
should
what
do.
I'm saying.
That's what you're okay.
I'm insisting that we get the right topic
Okay.
that fits.
Okay.
You get the right person for the topic
Because I see
rather than throw it open.
I see that if we do that, it's a two-edged sword. You will get the speaker to do his best, and you'll get the listener, to get value.
Yeah. You see, what happens at most events is that we choose the speaker because we want to leverage on the mileage that the speaker's personality will give us. But we do not attach a topic that speaker is well versed on.
Okay.
Is it in or on? Right? Okay. So the point again is that yes, it's good for that speaker to pick a topic, but it is better for the topic to pick him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter who's speaking.
Okay.
The important thing is that the topic is properly dealt with.
Okay.
And so
And pretty much, I guess that's what we do here every week.
that's what we do here.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
And that's why I've chosen you, Helen. So that's the nugget for today. Of course, remember that the nugget is featured every week.
Yes.
On this segment on Today with John and Helen.
Okay. And I won't be doing any advertising for John. No further advertising for you. Okay. We have thoroughly enjoyed today's show. Today with John and Helen from PlusTvAfrica. And as workers, when we remember that so much happened on the 1st of May, we just thought we should also add our voices. Yeah. And I think we've done a good job. Do you think we have done a good job? Then we are sure that you will join us again. Same time next week, Saturday morning, first outing. And then at 10:30, Saturday night, second outing, first repeat. And 9:30, Sunday morning, second repeat. And of course, we are on YouTube, the entire show. So you cannot say you haven't watched today's show. Go to any of these platforms and please get all of the information that the guest has given us today. Brilliant, brilliant conversation. Next week, there's a topic that's demystifying sexuality.
Sex and sexuality.
Sexual and sexual.
I'm waiting for that one.
Okay, I am too.
Yeah.
We may be dealing with that, or if something better just pops up, Like, a lot of the time some current matters just pop up
Just come up.
and we drop what we have planned. So we flow with what's going on.
I would have preferred you wore the red dress next week.
Danger, Abby. All right, so we're done.
So that'll be it for today. Thanks so much for being there for us.
And from me.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you to these brilliant guys who are here every time with us. The directors, the producer of this show, the camera guy. You guys are just excellent workers. All right? Thank you. And we'll see you again on Saturday next week. Bye for now.
Life can be fun and rewarding, but it also comes with some risk. As in business, you win some, you lose some. And that's why you need to be wise in the choices you make. It's like placing a bet. Again, you need to be wise. Wise in choosing an innovative platform with the highest market options and highest odds ever. That's why Winners Golden Bet, the leader in online, in-shop, virtual, and live sports betting, gives you enhanced platforms that offer you the best chances of winning. For betting on live soccer matches, live dog races, and virtual games. Winners Golden Bet is your best bet. Instant payment of winnings guaranteed. Play online or in any of our numerous shops nearest to you.
Hey guys, be wise. Play on Winners Golden Bet.
Winners Golden Bet, the wise choice.
Chief Stephen Osita Osadebe was a Nigerian highlife musician from Atani, Anambra State. He was born in March 1936, though the actual date is unknown. He came from a line of singers and dancers in Igbo land. His genre, highlife, encompassed Igbo traditional musical elements. Along with this, calypso, samba, bolero, rumba, jazz, and waltz were also present in Osadebe's musical style. Osadebe's interest in music grew in his high school years at Onitsha, a major commercial city near Atani. His career spanned over 4 decades, and is one of the best-known Igbo life musicians and king of highlife. His all-time hit was the 1984 single Osundi Owendi. It established him as a leader in the highlife genre. The song has been covered by many other musicians and remained one of Nigeria's most popular records ever. Osita Osadebe died in St. Mary's Hospital, Waterbury, Connecticut, on the 11th of May 2007, aged 71, after suffering from severe respiratory difficulties. Chief Oliver the Cork was born Oliver Sunday Akanite on April 14, 1947. He was a guitarist and a prolific recording artist. He started his music at the age of 11 when he learned to play the guitar under Piccolo, a Congolese guitarist living in Nigeria. He served an apprenticeship with Juju stars like Sonny Agaga and Jacob Oluwole. Oliver was regarded a star by his late teens and also considered as the most flamboyant Igbo musician. Since releasing his debut album, Messiah Messiah, in 1977, he recorded no fewer than 93 albums. His dance-inspiring Ogene style of Nigerian highlife blended modern highlife and traditional Igbo music. It spawned hits like the People's Club of Nigeria, Anenwe, An Identity, and many more. He died at the age of 61 in 2008. Bright Chimezie was born on the 1st of October 1960. Bright Chimezie started his career as an instrumentalist in his church, an interest which grew while he was a student at Eke Oba Community Secondary School, Umahia. He was nicknamed Okoro Jr. His music style became known as Zigma sound, a genre which became popular in the eastern part of Nigeria in the early 1980s. It is a mix of contemporary Nigerian music and Igbo high life fused with chanted vocals. Bright Chimezia's lyrics focus on social issues of the country in a rather comical way. His hit songs include Ube Uwanne, Because of English, African Style, Okra Soup, and Oyibo Mentality.
Our teacher come talk say anybody. We talk any vernacular. We talk any vernacular. We talk African language. We talk African language. We talk my people's language. We talk my people's language. We talk any vernacular. Say good morning.
His debut album, Respect Africa, in 1984, which thrust him into the limelight, was released on the Rogers All Stars label.
We even said that black is beautiful. Oh, you got to prove it. 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 You got to respect mama. Africa, mama. We got to know her culture. Africa, mama. We got to be proud of her. Africa, mama. We got to respect mama. Africa, mama.
An all-round performer, Okoro Jr. is known for his stylish dance steps, popularly known as leg walk. This peculiar delivery of excellent steps and a warring chant earned him the title, the Duke of African Music.
The weekend is here and rest is near. It's a Friday. It's Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. Welcome on the show. And of course, we're anticipating the much awaited UEFA Champions League finals. Of course, that's between Liverpool and Real Madrid. I've got two friends and colleagues from London. They are both from London via Zoom. One is a staunch Liverpool fan, Dele Oshodi Glover. The other one is a staunch Real Madrid fan, Hala Madrid. His name is Ladi Egbedire. Guys, welcome on the show.
Well, hello, Wale. Hello, viewers. Nice to be on the show once again.
I'll start with you, Ladi. Real Madrid are believed to be a Champions League team. When it gets to this level, they always go all the way. What's your take on this one?
Well, I think it has to do with the mindsets, with the personality of the players, of the team itself, its legendary status, and the fact that the guys don't just give up. Even when the chips are down, you still see them believing in themselves, believing that they can get the job done. And the last time Real Madrid, don't forget, got to the final and lost was against this same team that they are going up against on the 28th of May. That's Liverpool. And that was way back 1980-81 season. But I don't see that happening again, even though Liverpool, for me, they are the favorites to win this championship because they have a very cracked team. They have a lot of impactful players in that mix. You have Mo Salah, there's Luis Diaz, there's Sadio Mane, Firmino, and then Jota. But then, like I told some couple of friends before the game against Manchester City, don't you ever write Madrid off, man. If you do that at your own peril.
Dele, let me come to you on this one. The biggest assassins in the attack in Europe as we speak, Liverpool have those guys, Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Mo Salah. Can they take it up against Real Madrid?
Wale, like I said earlier, I'm glad to be on the show once again, and I'm glad to have Ladi on the opposing side.
I stand to be corrected. When it comes to the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid is a household name. The UEFA Champions League is like their birthright, but you can't take away the pedigree of Liverpool as well. You talked about the strike force of Liverpool. It goes beyond the strike force of Liverpool. It's the whole team. The pressing game has really helped Liverpool over the years, and Klopp has given Liverpool an identity. You mentioned Firmino, Jota, Salah, Mane. You forgot a certain Luis Diaz that Laddie mentioned earlier. Luis Diaz, for me, is the most impactful footballer in the English Premier League between January and now. You can't take away from him. The semi-final clash, which Liverpool won, was thanks to Luis Diaz's impact. For prosperity's sake, for the beauty of football, Liverpool and Madrid is the best finals we could ask for. It can go either way, but as a Liverpool supporter, definitely I want Liverpool to win. And don't forget, most of these players have the revenge mission in their head. Musala is saying what happened in 2018, he has to avenge that. They won't go unpunished. Thank God Sergio Ramos isn't there anymore. So, hey, maybe Liverpool stands a very good chance against Madrid right now. I think Madrid is a little bit depleted, but like Vlado said, write off Madrid, write them off at your own peril.
Lado, let's look at it from this perspective. Now, people have started to call Carlo Ancelotti Carlo Christ Ancelotti. He can bring you back from the dead. And he has brought Karim Benzema back from the dead.
Karim Benzema has never been dead before, Wale. That's a point of correction to that. Karim has never been dead. Karim has just been a player that likes to make his teammates look good. During the era of Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, when he was still very much active, Karim was playing for the team. His interplay, the way he links up with the rest of the guys, and was just making the rest of the players look good. Now, after Ronaldo left, he realized that he has to step up his game. He has to become the leader, and he has totally become that. And even before he came to Real Madrid, when he was still Olympic Lyon, he was playing amazing football. He was scoring beautiful goals. So, for the fact that he allowed Ronaldo to try, and he was played second fiddle to Ronaldo, doesn't mean he was dead. He has never been dead. So, for me, if there is any player that you will say that, okay, probably Ancelotti has fine-tuned his game to a certain extent, that should be Vinicius Jr. Don't forget, when Zidane was in charge, Vinicius was not as clinical as he is right now. But after the coming of Ancelotti, he made Vinicius understand that, look, when you get into the 18-yard box, 2-3 touches, then you decide where you will put the ball. You don't dilly-dally on the ball for too long. 5 touches, 6 touches in the box, no way. Which means you've already lost concentration. 2-3 touches, then you're done. And you saw that in the play of Vinicius. You saw that fantastic goal he scored against Manchester City. Nobody saw that coming. 5-6 touches into the 18-yard box, and he made up his mind even before he got to Elderson. So for me, if there's anybody that Ancelotti has really revived his game, that's really fine-tuned his game, that should be Vinicius Jr. and probably Camavinga. That's one impactful young guy. Since he came from Rennes, he has been doing very well for Real Madrid.
Now, Dele, there's something that I have a problem with, and I think that's what Lado is holding on to in his pocket somewhere. That's what every Real Madrid fan is holding on to. We watched all the games in the Champions League. Nobody has an answer to Vinicius Jr. and Benzema. You can't find an answer to them. Can Virgil van Dijk hold on to Benzema in that finals?
They say every day for the thief, one day for the owner. These guys can have an off day on that day. Football can go either way. It's 11 against 11. And they have a Vinicius Jr., we have a Mohamed Salah. They have a Karim Benzema, we have a Sadio Mane. Player for player, like for like, but you can't take away Benzema's pedigree, just like Lado rightfully said earlier. Karim Benzema has evolved over the years. Karim Benzema was never dead. It takes a man to own up and say that a certain player is better than him. That's what he said about Cristiano Ronaldo when he said Cristiano Ronaldo overshadowed him. He said, no, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't overshadow me. Cristiano Ronaldo is a better player. He's the best player in the world. So, hey, it is what it is. But like I said, like for like, I think Liverpool can actually match Real Madrid. And I'll keep my fingers crossed. I'm not bragging today, but I hope we win so that I can pick up my phone and call Lado and say, Lado, I told you.
Wale, I don't know why you are playing this on the down low, because if you look at the bookmakers, predictions, up till this moment, Liverpool are the most favored side to win that championship. Nobody gave Real Madrid a chance against PSG, against Chelsea, against Man City, now Liverpool. And if you look at the form of Liverpool in the league, they've been doing very well. I think they've won 42 matches unbeaten right now, and that's a fantastic record for them. So they are playing fantastic football. And Luis Diaz, like you rightly said, a very impactful player since he came in January. And don't forget, you guys still have Origi. That is another guy that makes so much difference coming in from the bench. So that Liverpool side, for me, they are oozing with a lot of fantastic players. They got so much confidence going for them, and their pressing game is just amazing. But against a Real Madrid side, for me, I would say some of the players right now, they are playing twilight football. Talking about a player like Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, even though he's still turning out all those great passes, but his game has gone down a bit compared with some of the youngsters you guys have in the middle of the park. But experience will always come into play, and the self-belief and the personality of each team will also come to bear.
I like the fact that both of you are being modest today. Both of you are saying you are staying on the fence. But let's leave the players alone. Let's leave the match alone. Let's go to the coaches. Delia, no, let me come to Ladi. Ladi, Jurgen Klopp is a diamond shaft. He's a German machine, and he's strict with his game. What do you think he will have opposing to Carlo Ancelotti on that day, on the 28th?
Well, we know that Jurgen Klopp is one guy that is always animated on the sideline, while Ancelotti is always very cool and calm. Even when his team is leading by 4-0, he's still calm. But Jurgen Klopp is always animated on the sideline. He's always gesticulating, making a lot of a scene and the rest. But you see, it's all about we all know the style of Jurgen Klopp. He likes to press high up the field. That's the way the team are wired, and that's the way they play. But I still feel that there will be some bit of space in the back where Ancelotti will tell his boys to take advantage of. And if you have a player like the kind of pace of Vinicius, and don't forget Rodrigo, that young man, nobody gave him a chance, but he's been scoring important goals for Real Madrid. So for me,